Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to guess what? Elevation Moments with Elevated Not Tolerated. And I am Victoria Holland, your CEO, founder, and facilitator of Victoria Elevates. And Elevated Not Tolerate means to rise above anything and everything that has held us down and has caused us to feel inadequate. But my friends, with you and I together, we rise above all of those things, right? So this morning, I want to come and talk to you just a little bit. We're coming back. As we talked last night, we told you that it is a powerful time for us as people to step into our next and step boldly into that. So on this Wednesday morning, as we're coming back with Elevation Moments, one of the things I want to talk about is this right here. What is really holding you back? What is the real reason why we are not moving forward, right? And so we have a lot of things that can be added into that. But one of the things I want to tell you about is these three things that we're going to talk about today. So get ready, get ready, get ready. So as people are tuning in and people are coming forward, we want to get started. We want to show you a couple of things that we got going on right now. Coming up October the 30th, we will be doing a masterclass, and the information is in the comment section in the header. If you would go out there and take a look at that. We're going to ask you to care, share, and like the video. I want you to share and care and like anything that's related today that resonates with you, right? Because it's important as we move to that next level that we stop allowing things to hinder us from moving to our next. So I want to pop up just a brief intro for you with some things that's getting ready to happen on October the 30th, and we want you to be a part. So don't miss it. So as you can see, October the 30th, we will have our master class. And guys, I'm telling you, it's time for us to take another look at us being authentic. How do you know that you have slipped into those pathways of not being who you really are, right? And sometimes it takes somebody to knock us back into line with who we really are, right? And so that's what we're going to be doing on October the 30th. The master class is a 3-step method that we're going to be teaching in that master class. You do have to register to be a part of the event because it is not a open event on Facebook or any of the YouTube channels or any of the other social media. It will be a true master class that will be enclosed to only those of you that make a purchase to get your seat into the place. And you say, well, why are we doing that? Why are we looking at being authentic and understanding that? Well, can I be honest with you? There's a lot of us that have been holding ourselves back. And one of the things that we're going to talk about today, but some of us have been holding ourselves back because of fear of the unknown, not knowing what's getting ready to happen, not knowing who's going to see us, not knowing what's going to take place, right? And so sometimes we hold ourselves back with that, and we lose the connection that we need, right? So in this masterclass, we're going to be talking about some things, and we're going to be bringing some things to the forefront for you to be able to see and understand, right? Because we want you to understand that you are more than enough. Sometimes we get into these places of not understanding who we are, why we are, and sometimes that hinders us from moving to our next level, right? And so we're going to be coming in with you, and we're going to bring that to you on October the 30th. We're also going to have an encore class on that following Saturday, which is November the 4th. And we want you to be a part of that, right? So again, on October the 30th, we will be doing the 3 steps to elevating and unleashing your authentic self. Because there's something inside of you that needs to be unleashed. There's something that you have to be able to take forward to move forward in this next. And we're going to be talking about that in this masterclass. We're going to help you elevate to those those next steps and unleashing it. Because just because it's the fourth quarter of the year and you don't think you have anything left to give, can I be honest with you? You got a lot more than you think that you don't have to give, right? So we want to make sure that you understand how important you are in unleashing that person on the inside of you, right? So get out there and register. October the 30th is right around the corner. But can I tell you something? That it's 9 days before, guess what? My birthday. We're on a countdown. It's 9 amazing days to my birthday. And what better gift can you give me but you registering for this event on October the 30th? And we want to see you there to be with us. Good morning, Coach Stephanie Horton is in the house. Thank you, my dear friend and colleague. I appreciate you so much for taking our time to join. If you would please share and like this video with some of your good friends out there, Lady Stephanie. We appreciate you. Look, guys, there's a lot of things that are happening with Victoria Elevates. We've been sitting back. We've been hiding. We've not really been hiding, but we've been working on some projects, right? We've been doing some things that require us to be more focused in what we're doing, right? And so we've been doing some things behind the scenes. One of our products, of course, is Elegant Elevations, weddings, florals, and more. So we want to pop up some information for you, let you know what we got going on with that so that you can get into the mix and you can join us on this journey for our next Elegant Elevations. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, to those of you that are tuning in or just stepping over to the plate, please go ahead and share, and like this video, this recording, so that other people can join in. Yes, we moved it up with the Elegant Elevations. We are now your wedding officiant. Not only can we provide you with those beautiful bouquets, and floral arrangements to make your day, but now we can also offer you to be your wedding officiant. Come on, baby. It's time to elevate in every area. And that means in your weddings as well. So we're here to help you, serve you, and get you to that next level. With that, taking all of that stuff out of your worry bags, right? Good morning, my good friend Sheena. How you doing, girl? We ain't seen you in such a long time. We gotta come there and pay a visit to all of my good friends there in their Parafaith. And all of you, we wish you much success in everything that you got to do. Please join us and continue to share what we're doing on here at Victoria Elevates. So this morning, I want to talk about what is keeping us from what we need to be doing. What's holding you back? What's keeping you from moving to that next level? One of the things that we often say is that, people, places, and things are not doing certain things. We hold our own self back. We do the self-sabotaging to our own selves. Can I be honest with you? That's what we do. So what are you really waiting for on this Wednesday? What is it that is keeping you from pushing to your next level? Well, there's three things that we're going to talk about this morning, and we're going to give you some insight to it. All right. One of those things that holds us back from what we need to do or what we're waiting for is that thing we call validation, right? A lot of times we hold ourselves back because we're anticipating that we need somebody's approval. We need some form of an okay sign, right? Sometimes the okay sign is embedded in you. This is where it needs to be. You have to understand that validation tool is one of those things that can keep you from moving to your next. What is it about being validated by somebody or something? Well, first of all, it's the recognition of hearing somebody's voice that doesn't sound like yours, saying that it's okay, that you're marvelous, that you're great, that you're wonderful. Can I be honest with you? If you dig deep inside of yourself and finding out who you really are and being your authentic self, which is one of the things we're going to be talking about on October 30th, when you dig down deep and finding out who that person is, that's when you can become your own self-validation tool. As a matter of fact, we have a technique that we're teaching now in our classes that some of you will be able to have the opportunity of hearing about at the conference, at the masterclass, because there's something about validation. You want to hear somebody say, you did it great. Oh my, it's time for you to step forward. Oh my, let me give you the certificate to make it happen, to make it do what it do. Can I be honest with you? Sometimes that's not what you need. What you need is the validation that comes from within. That validation that you can write your own thank you, your accolade page yourself. Sometimes just being in the mix for yourself is more important than anything that anybody else can give you. What are you waiting for that validation? Does that validation really secure who you are? Does that validation means that the person really supports what you do and what they believe in you? Can I be honest with you? Some of us are waiting for a prophetic word. Being who I am, I can give you a prophetic word, but are you willing to move with the cost that it pays to get that word? Because prophecy is this: it is only preparing you to give you the opportunity to make decisions. Right? So sometimes we're waiting for those things when we need to start setting goals and objectives to meet what we need to. God has empowered all of us with the intuition button inside of us. You push that button and everything begins to be clear. You have to seek Him. You have to understand what the process is. Validation from someone is not always going to be the answer that you need, because sometimes, can I be honest with you? Sometimes validation that we get from some people is out of obligation. Let's move out of the obligation of someone else and moving into the obligation of ourselves. I'm a firm believer that if you have good accountability partners around you, you will get the validation, you will get the instructions that you need. But sometimes we're looking for that pat on the back that we'll never get. Let me be real honest with you. Getting the validation from within inside of you is more rewarding than you waiting for someone to tell you that you're great. As we teach in our self-worth class, one of the things that you got to learn to talk to is that inner you. With every class, with everything that we offer, there's always something that we always tell our clients and our students. It's time for us to dig to the root. Get to the rooty to the tooty, baby. It's time for us to understand that Ray Ray and Cuckoo and Choo Choo may not be what you need right now in this season. I'm telling you that at the end of the day, thank you, Miss Gina. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, these are some things and techniques that I've learned over the years. These are some things that I had to teach myself to know that it wasn't about who was going to be in my corner that mattered. What mattered was I going to be in my own corner? The validation tool that I teach you comes from within inside of you. It's not about what you see. It's not about the glamour. See, this is the thing. Most people go to social media because they're looking for something that's going to bring them out of something else. The thing is, have you walked in to the taproot of your own self? Have you walked in and had that one-on-one conversation with the true CEO? The big guy upstairs. The thing with we're having that one-on-one conversation will empower you more to understand what validation really is. Validation isn't a stamp of approval. I have many certificates hanging on my wall with all of these seals of approval. But guess what? None of those mean as much to me as knowing that the hard work that I put into it, knowing that what I knew what was true to me. That validation tool comes from within inside of you. Register for the course, the masterclass on October the 30th, and we're going to be talking more about that validation tool that you need to learn how to move out into a different area. The other thing that sometimes holds us back is looking for the support team. And you say, well, Miss Victoria, you just talked about that. No, I gave you some intro to that, right? Because this is the thing. So us having a true support team doesn't always look like it looks to you and I. Right? Sometimes we're looking for support from our churches. We're looking for support from the neighbor next door. Sometimes we're looking for our cousins, our brother, sister, uncle, chick. We're looking for those people to support us and push us, right? Sometimes that's not going to happen, guys, because sometimes people are remembering what you didn't do, what you didn't accomplish last time, what you didn't say that made sense to them. See, sometimes people support you out of obligation, and that's not good. You need people to support you because they believe in your vision and where you're going. Sometimes it's not meant for everybody to understand your vision. Sometimes people just can't support you. Sometimes it's not in them to support you. Why? Because sometimes we sit behind the scenes and we wait for another move, right? We wait for the next accolade. We wait for the next. See, the thing with support systems is this. Support system holds you up when you're weak, right? Not when you're producing what they want. Support system holds you when you are slightly not feeling good on today. Can I be honest with you? There's some people out there behind the scenes that I want to say thank you for supporting me through all of the things that I've gone through, supporting my endeavors, supporting what I believe in, because the support that you give in that arena has moved me more so than the support that we didn't get. Right? Support isn't that one saying the great words to you. Support is being real with you and letting you know that it's time for you to get back on track, right? Sometimes your support team has got to be that piece of that one inclination that you have slipped off the path. A few weeks ago, I was talking to a good friend of mine that is helping me behind the scenes. And she said, Miss Victoria, she says, I'm going to do something that you do. I'm taking on a coach's hat. And she says, stop. You have got this going on. You keep delaying some things. You keep waiting for some things. And she said, don't wait any longer because I need you. See, this is the thing. You never know who is waiting on you if you're waiting for the right support. A supporting person, a supporting actress. Look, let's go to the movies, my friend. When you see a movie and there's a supporting actress, what does that supporting actress do? That supporting actress takes the lead when you are needing a break, right? When you need that cold glass of water, but you don't have the means or the ability to get up and get it. Support isn't always in your finances. Support sometimes is just you care, sharing, and liking something else or somebody that you know does. Sometimes support is actually that person who can say, look, you're not doing it correctly. Let me help you out. Support systems aren't always the pat on your back guys. Sometimes the support people are those people that can take the out of you and put the sting back into reality. Some of us are sitting around waiting for our sisters, our brothers, our uncles, our aunts, our cousins, our dad, even your children to support what you do. Can I be honest with you? If you don't have a true support system that is going to go back beyond the means, beyond what they think, because everybody will look at you one way, but only see who you really are, see what they want you to be. Support systems don't just take you for what you look like on the outside. Support systems take you for what they feel on the inside. So a good support team is made up of people that can look at you when you are down and out and still say, girl, you got it going on. I remember when I had COVID and I was down on my back for 45 days. It was really impressive to me who really came to the plate to show me who they really were. It wasn't the typical people. It wasn't the people that I know that, that could push me. It was those people that who I didn't expect that gave me advice. They gave me medical reasoning. I don't know about some of you. If you haven't had COVID that took you down to the place where you were in your bed, let me tell you, it will bring you back to reality. A good support system is a support system that will stand with you in the trenches. If you have a support system that can only stand with you when you're making that $28 million, if you got the support team that can only walk with you when you're happy, if you got the support team that can only say good things about you when you are treating for dinner, if you got the support team that's fitting all of that, then let me be honest with you, that's not a support team. You didn't know that. Your support team isn't that person that's going to be just with you when you're at your highs. Your support team is with you when you're in your lows. Your support team is that person, places, and things that can pray you out when they see that you're not getting out. Can I say that again? Your support team is those people that can pray with you to help get you out when you don't even want to get out. See, your support is built up more of not necessarily the bloodlines, but the divine connect line. So you got to understand that there's a difference. Not everybody their intentions is to see you grow. Some people want to see you in the same place at the same time that you were last year. Can I be real with you? Your support team has to be people that see you far beyond what you even imagine for yourself. Your support team isn't always your family. Matter of fact, your family is probably the ones that leave you the quickest next to your so-called friends. Your support system has to be people that have true intentions of seeing you want to get to your next, not what you're not going to do in the next. Supporting you means that I can see past what you can't even imagine. Supporting you means more. But can I be honest with you? That support person sometimes relies in you. Do you truly support the real you? Well, if you come out to the masterclass on October the 30th, we're going to talk about that too. What is supporting yourself do for your own authenticity, right? Because if you're not supporting your own inner, can you reflect it to someone else to support it? Sometimes people say, well, Victoria, why do you keep doing these things? Why do you keep coming back over and over again? It appears that you go and you're reinventing the wheel. Baby, I ain't reinventing no wheel. I'm going to move forward what God has purposed in my life. And that is a true me, right? So you got to take a look at what is really holding you back. What really is holding you back? The support and the validation. Those are two things. But let me talk about this very briefly. Is it sometimes that you're saying what you don't have, and that's what's keeping you, holding you back? Is the not having, is that what's teaching you that you can't move forward? You don't have the finances. Oh, well, if you don't have the money, you can't go to Wells Fargo. You can't do this. You can't do that. Look, what is holding you back? Right? So what you don't have, that's number 3. What you don't have is not what you should be looking at. If something is in purpose in you to do, then it's time for you to do it. Somebody asked me after the live on last night, Miss Victoria, what is it that why do you want to do this motivational speaking? Why do you want to do this coaching stuff? You don't have this. You don't have a large following crowd. You don't have $25 million sitting in the bank. Not yet. Watch yourself. Watch yourself or you break yourself. Because Cuckoo and Choo Choo might have just invested in what I do. See, the thing is, you cannot look at what you don't have to keep you from moving to your next. What you don't have financially, supportively, validation, all of those things you may not have is not what's keeping you from moving forward. What you don't have is what should propel you to move forward. What you don't have is what's going to push you to move to your next. The first person that came on a live didn't have a clue of who was going to watch them, but it wasn't about who was going to watch them. It's about what the message was that they were getting out. See, sometimes you got to look at what you don't have. It's the very tool of what you're going to get. Right? In other words, let me say it like this. Sometimes you are holding yourself back because you say, baby, I ain't got the money. Okay, that's cool. There is a time for all of us that we don't have money. Can I be honest with you? I don't think there's some people in the million dollar status sometimes that have enough money to do what they want to do. Right? Because if you be honest, what does that really look like? Well, in the conference that we did, the masterclass on September 30th, we're going to be talking about that very thing. What don't you have that's holding you back? And maybe it's because you have not sat down and evaluated what you really want to have at that moment. Some of us are still moving in a place of fear. I know. We all say it, all of us, especially us sanctified folks. Oh, we don't have the spirit of fear. No, you don't have the spirit of fear. But sometimes the thoughts of not knowing overtakes you. It's not a fear, it's a reality. What you don't have sometimes slaps you right in front of your face and causes you to think that you're not adequate enough. Can I tell you, if you stop with that thought right there, then there's somebody out there that needs to know that you, my friend, have something greater that gives us something greater that we need. Sometimes the very person that you think ain't watching you is the very person that's getting ready to bless you. Not because they need your money, not because they want your money, but sometimes the very person that is blessing you, that wants to reach out to you, is looking at you from behind the scenes and saying, baby, it sure don't look like what I thought. See, some of you are looking at that social media as the only answer to your problems. Baby, that's not the only answer to your problems. Can I be honest with you? Attending this masterclass on October the 30th, must be something happening in September next year. I got to look at. Can I tell you? But it's something that's getting ready to happen in this masterclass on October 30th that's going to pop you and push you to move into another level. We've put the link into the comment section yet again for you to go ahead and register, care, share, and like this with some other folks. See, this is the thing. Let me just broaden this picture because I'm in it with you. See, this is the thing. Everybody that says they're with you ain't got the right intentions to go with you, right? I'll go with you into the mud and the trenches. I'll go with you into the deep places that you don't even know that are there. I will go with you because guess what? What you don't have is not going to keep you from moving. I promise you, if you just put your hand out to mine and let us walk together, because what's holding you back on today is not going to hold you back tomorrow. I promise you that there are things that we have all taken a very narrow looking at. See, when it comes to really knowing the real you have to ask yourself, am I ready for the answers that I'm going to give? Somebody asked me last night after the live last night, well, Miss Victoria, what do people need to do to get out and reach out to you? How can they find you? Well, there's a lot of answers to that question. You can go, you can actually go to my LinkedIn and you can actually reach me any kind of way that you need to through there. All of my websites, all of my information is there. Well, you say, Miss Victoria, I really don't have time for that. I really just need a quick way of getting in touch with you. Good. Then you could go out there and you can call us on our hotline at 336-934-4650 and call us. Give us a call. We will schedule your appointment. We will get you in so that you can see what's next for you. See, there's something about doing what you got to do right now. You cannot hold yourself back any longer. At the conference, at the masterclass, we're going to talk about it. We're going to dive in that 30 minutes. We're going to look at that 30 minutes and say, what is it that's keeping us from moving to our next? Being the authentic you is the main one. That's number 4. I given you an extra one for today. Being your authentic self is what's keeping you from moving to your next. Being really who you are is keeping. So you can't rely on what you don't have. You can't rely on the people, places, and things that are not supporting you the way that you want them to. You cannot even look at this cord that's on my phone right now that's not doing its job. See, the funny thing about systems is this: you have to know what is it made up of. One of the master classes and one of the classes that we're getting ready to teach is developing positive relationships. Positive relationships don't always look the way we want them to look. You got to see outside of the box. You got to know that without a doubt that you are moving into what you have been designed to do. You have to ask yourself this question: are you ready for the answers? See, some of us are fearful of answering that question. Some of us are fearful of the answers that we're going to get. Some of us have walked in darkness so long. Some of us have been following the blind so long that we do not even know who we are to ourselves. Can I be honest with you? It's time for us to walk wholeheartedly and upfront. It's time to push the procrastination button to the side. It's time to stop saying, I don't know how. There's a lot of things I don't know how, but there's a lot of things that I can push forward to find out how. See, stop waiting for somebody to validate you. Stop waiting for somebody to support you. Stop waiting for what you don't have. Stop waiting for it. Because if you keep waiting, you're going to keep on waiting. Procrastination is a tool of the enemy to keep you in bondage. Oh, can I be real transparent? The tool of procrastination has kept me sometimes in bondage, waiting on this, waiting on that. It's time for you to stop waiting and move. Now, there is a formula to that. There is a formula to when to move. And we're going to give those 3 points at the masterclass on October 30th. We are going to tell you a very significant, easy way to know that it's time for you to move. So, because you got to remember the 3S theory that has been developed by Victoria Elevates does truly work. It really does work. It's just that you got to use the methodology in the right way. The 3S theory: silence, strategic plan for him to show up in you. Very simple, but it is a process. Some of you have been waiting too long. You've been waiting for Mr. Right. You've been waiting for Miss Wrong. You've been waiting. You've been waiting to exhale. You've been waiting to exhale, and you're sitting there you're taking the oxygen off of your own self. You're taking the very breath out of who you are, and you're still waiting. You're still waiting for somebody to say it's okay. You're still waiting for that seal of approval from some people that you're not going to get it from, because some people are happy with you being in the same place that you was yesterday. Isn't that amazing that some people are content with watching you go no further? So you got to stop dealing with that kind of mentality. One of the reasons why I took a break from doing the morning moments, is because I needed a break to refresh myself. I needed some people. I needed I wanted to say people, but I needed that opportunity to be repoured in, to be refreshed. And sometimes you're waiting for somebody to bring you that case of water when all they're bringing you is sand. Oh, that was hard for me to say. But some of you are waiting for somebody to invest in you. Can I be honest with you? The investment lies within you. It relies on you. Stop looking at the mirage of people. See, it's okay to have a vision. It's okay to have a dream, but let's be realistic with it. If that's what's holding you back, is your dream has not come to its full potential. Dreams are those things that you have to make plans for. That's what it is. You have to make plans for it. You have to create an environment that's going to be impactful for you. All right, guys. I thank you for joining me on the return of Elevation Moments with Elevated Not Tolerated. It is always a pleasure. But let me just tell you let me just share with you some things that have been happening behind the scenes with Victoria Elevates. Stay right there. Okay, guys, I love hearing my own music. How about that? If you can't dance to your own tune, child, that's another one of those things we're going to be talking about in the conference. If you can't dance to your own tune, it might be time for you to get a new song. I'm just saying. If you can't dance to your own song. So as you can see, the book, we're going to be breaking the silence on people pleasing. One of the things that we're going to be even mentioning in the master classes, we're going to be talking about that book. We're going to be talking about what caused that book to come to fruition, because it's time to break the silence on people pleasing. You've been doing it in your church. You've been doing it in your family. You've been doing it on the job. You've been doing it to yourself, baby. In all of your relationships, you've been doing a lot of people pleasing. And I want you to get the book that's going to help you break that silence, because it's time. I had to break the silence for myself. Can I be honest with you? It starts with you. It starts with you, my friends. All right, guys. Come back and join us this coming Sunday night on Uncensored Conversation with Elevated Not Tolerated, when my guest will be the phenomenal Lisa Dove Washington. Will be returning. She is she has like a place on our platform to bring us updated news and confirmations and things. So we want you to be able to come back this coming Sunday at 7:00 for another episode of Uncensored Conversation with Elevated Not Tolerated. But in the meantime, I need you to go out there and purchase your seat. Get your seat saved right now for this powerful masterclass that's coming on October the 30th at 7:30, as well as on November the 4th at 12:00. Both of these compact master classes, we're going to give you some pointers, 3 powerful pointers, and then we might sneak in an extra one just because you reserved your seat. If you can't be there, get somebody else a ticket. Get somebody else an opportunity to be at this conference. And just in case you forgot what the name of the conference is, let's do this one more time. All right, guys, it has been my pleasure to be with you. And as always, It's time to be empowered, embraced, and educated to be elevated and not tolerated. Make sure you reach out to us for more information and things that are coming to the scene.